Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are...
Hopefully awesome.
That's right. A positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. Of course, today's geeky thing is... Smallville. What are you playing? Why are you playing that?
I'm sorry, Superman music.
Yeah, that's not... This is Smallville, baby. This ain't Superman. How dare you? If this is your first time watching, this is our weekly Smallville Rewatch podcast, going back to Smallville, where we recap every single episode of the series. And if this is your first time listening, guess what? You're in for a good one. This is the season finale episode of Going Back to Smallville.
What?
And Smallville itself. But season 1, so I mean, we made it, man. 21 episodes in, here we are. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? These two crazy kids talking about screaming horses, apple pies, and old pee-pee, smelly old pee-pee. Who would have thought they would make it 21 entire episodes?
Lana.
If you'd like to check out the extended version of this episode, we actually talked about Superman Returns and Santa Claus the movie, believe
1985 film.
So if you want to check that out, that's over at patreon.com/hotfullywasome. We would greatly appreciate that. But if you have no bucks to toss our way, that is totally fine. You can just like us, share us, subscribe, do all those things. But enough talk about all this schniz, niddle, bim, bam, boozle, bing, boozle. Hoop. Was that the Fortnite emote?
Yeah.
Baby! I'm trying to remember the words.
Put your on my socks. Baby.
Yeah. No, I know.
I can't do it.
All right. You ready to do this? Hoop, hoop. That's great because we're going back to Smallville. I hope I cut away and then cut back as you were doing that. I hope that's what future editor Matt did. Yeah. All right. Let's get into this. Okay. Everybody.
Let's go.
We did it. Okay. This is just the victory lap.
We made it.
This is the victory lap. Okay. Sure. We're going to talk about episode 21. But everybody, loosen your tie a little bit.
Kick back.
Unbuckle your pants.
Kick back.
Grab
you that bottle of Jim Beam.
That's right. Get you a nice warm slice of apple pie because we're doing it. Episode Take my horse to the old town road. Episode 21. This is Smallville, season 1, episode 21, episode 21 overall.
How many times you say 21?
Name of the title, Tempest. Think about it.
The Bible.
Huh? Revival?
Bible.
Is Tempest from the Bible?
I'm pretty certain it is.
Nah, I think Tempest means something else.
Oh.
Original air date, May 21st, 2002. Written by... Another interesting version of this. So, teleplay by Al Gough and Miles Miller. Story by Philip Levins. And directed by Greg Beeman. The Beaming Beeman. You know you're in for a straight banger. All right. I'm going to need you to back up off that microphone.
I'm sorry.
Good. It's fine when it's like... You don't have to hold it. It holds
I like
itself.
I like holding it.
You don't... No.
It gives me power.
I'm just choke up on this thing and say, yeah!
Hallelujah.
Bless.
I just want to take it out.
Stop. A lot of innuendos happening right now. All right? Everybody, listen. This is the victory lap. All right? I know you didn't mean to. That's why sometimes you should just listen when I say something. That's why you should just listen when I say things, okay?
You don't listen to me when I say things.
That's because you don't... Hey, listen. We'll have this conversation off the screen. So right now, we're going to dive into Smallville. So, episode 21. We begin at Luthor Corp. Lex is just standing at the top. The wind is blowing through his bald hair. And we see a nice slow shot of a helicopter. And I think some sort of rock music is playing. It's like, you're gonna die tonight. And then it lands and out walks his royalness, Lionel Luthor. I was ready for it. I was waiting. I knew it was happening. I was scared. Lex says they made a profit for the first time and deserve a pat on the back. And Lionel is like, my boy Lex, don't you worry, my boy.
Dad,
listen.
they worked hard. They deserve it.
Oh, Lex, listen. I know how to do this. I was raising companies while you was sucking on your mama's titty in Woodstock, all right? So, Lex, don't you fret, my boy. And then he walks out on the stage. He says, ladies and gentlemen of Luthor Corp, you're all boned. That's right. Lionel Luthor is here to tell y'all to take your jobs and cram it out your ass.
We're shutting this mother down.
And it said, beyond no fault of your own, just poor management has led to this place sucking horribly. So, peace up, K-Town down. Yeah. And he walks out. And Lex is like, down. What the hell?
M-Town down.
And Lex is like, what the hell? And he's like,
you're coming families.
Home. You're coming home, Lex. You're coming home.
No, Dad, they have families, mortgages.
To the place where I
food.
Where your love has always been enough for me.
No, Dad, don't feed me your bull crap. You just
Lex.
Killed these people's well-being.
Are you telling me you don't like Chris Daughtry, Lex?
No,
How
I don't.
Dare you?
I
wish you had died instead of Julian.
I wish that too, Dad. I wish you had died instead of Julian.
Lionel out, and then he shoots off. He leaves. He's gone. He flies away. Hops on his Nimbus cloud and just floats away. Yeah. Somebody save me. Should we do the whole song since it's the season finale?
I don't know if I know the words.
Okay. Yeah, we won't do it. So now we're at school.
That's just we've watched it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I know. I could mumble my way through it.
Okay.
Let your embrace right through somebody save me. Don't worry, there'll be another chance for us to sing this song later.
I'm practicing.
So now we're at school, old Smallville High. Clark and PP are there. And Clark says, hey, PP, you think I should go with this black cummerbund or this red cumberbatch? And PP's like, you should go with the red. Or you should go with the black. I don't know. See ya.
Maybe I should go with red. Maybe I should go with red. I've always been told it looked better in red.
Lana walks over and says, Clark, red looks good on you. You should go with red. And then Clark's like, oh, okay, Lana, I'll be sure and do it. And PP's like, God damn it, Lana. Now I gotta change everything. Can't have anybody suspecting us as twins.
Who would think that?
And so Clark tells Lana that he's planning on getting a limo for Chloe from Lex. And then Chloe comes running around the corner and says, Clark. Hey, Clark.
I did see
over here, Clark.
Hey, Lana, I'm going to keep talking to you.
Clark, God damn it,
You're so
Clark.
pretty, Lana.
Clark, hey.
Hi,
bitch.
Blonde lady.
Did you hear what Lex did?
No.
He shut down the plant.
What?
My dad's out of a job.
He wouldn't do that.
Fuck you, Clark.
That has to
You
be...
got cheesy blasters. And she leaves.
Oh.
Yeah.
There
So
she
then
goes.
Clark runs home. He just takes off sprinting. Right. Some people say, now, ooh, the red, white, and blue. So Clark, are you okay? So Clark runs home. He comes crashing through the door. He hits X and just shoulders right through the doorway. And Clark tells his parents, Ma, Pa, did you see about the plant? But they already know.
It's already in the paper.
They mentioned the Smallville Ledger as an emergency issue that they hadn't done since the meteor shower of 1989.
This is going to affect everybody
And
in a domino effect.
Jonathan's like, this goddamn asshole bastard Lex
Dad,
Luthor.
Dad, there has
He's
to be more
gonna ruin
Dad,
this town.
Dad,
He's gonna take this
Dad.
town to the old town road. He's gonna
no.
strangle it and take it down.
Dad.
What?
There has to be more to it.
You mean there has to be more? There ain't no
I
more
bet-
to it. He's closed the plan. Lex done closed the plan down.
Are you? What's wrong with you? You speaking in their language?
Listen here, Clark. All right?
Mom,
wouldn't
has he been
understand.
drinking again? He told me he was going to stop.
You wouldn't understand, Clark. It's a
Think I would-
secret.
It's what? A secret?
Is it a secret?
You just told me
You
it's a
wouldn't
secret.
understand. It's a secret.
Oh my God, Dad!
Listen, if I
You
know one
need to
thing,
stop making your own
if
whiskey.
I know one thing.
Quit
it's
drinking
you
the
never-
bathtub whiskey,
You
Dad.
never trust a Luthor. They're dumb old bitches.
Whoa, Dad!
Hey, I call them like I see them, and I see Lex and his shit factory going down, and they're gonna take this whole town with us and rot in hell, you bald fuck. I'm sorry. So Clark's like, Jesus, Dad, okay?
Hey, Dad,
I don't
chill.
know. Listen, I guess you're going to be happy now that Lex is gone. And John, don't you tell me what I'll be happy about.
Well, at least when Lex is
Tell
here,
me what I'll be happy about. Clark, you don't know me. You don't know my struggle. You don't know what I've been through. I've seen things, Clark. I've seen things. You ever heard a horse scream, Clark? I heard him. I thought I was going to be a hero. My pa, he was flooding out the thing because the rain fell. All right? And so we got out there and we was raking this ditch and we got the water. We thought we was heroes. We was eating our goddamn hero pie. But then it turns out, guess what? We just made that water go on to the next farm. And Clark, I tell you, those nights I could still hear that horse farm down the street. And those horses were drowning. And I can still hear them screaming because they're drowning. And that's why I've been talking about screaming horses this whole season. But now, Clark, I've had a breakthrough.
what?
By telling you this story.
You've told you've told me this crap before,
I
Dad.
no longer feel the need to mention the screaming horses. I've been cured. Ladies and gentlemen.
Boo.
So screaming horses will no
Jonathan,
longer
you've
appear.
never supposed to be cured.
They'll never appear on this show again. They've been
I call BS.
my screaming horse demons have been sucked away and blown away from us as if by some sort of nature disaster. Foreshadowing. But I'm still pissed at Lex.
But at least when Lex was here, Dad, at least everybody still had a job, right?
So now we're at a field.
Wow, Dad. Thanks a lot for the love, Dad.
Whitney surprises Lana with a picnic. Lana wants
God bless America.
So Lana and Whitney are having this old picnic, all right?
Yeah.
And Lana wants to talk to Whitney about their relationship. Whitney tells her he's got something in his pocket that belongs upon his face.
And Lana.
It's very, very handy in a most convenient place. You'll never guess it, though. You might, if you try. He'll take it out. He'll put it on. It's a great big Christian smile, so let the sun shine in. I enlisted in the Marines, Lana.
Oh, I thought she was going to propose to me there for a second.
No. I enlisted. I want to get the hell away from this town.
Well, why all of a sudden? When do you leave?
Saturday.
Well, that's what the dance. You
I'm gonna
asked me
miss
to the
the
dance. I already bought a dress.
Lana.
Quit saying my name like that. God, you're the worst.
I'm going to miss the dance. But you can dance if you want to.
No.
You can leave your friends behind.
I'm really mad at you.
If your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, then they're no friends of mine, Lana.
I'd rather go to the dance by myself with my friends than watch you leave on a bus.
Will you wait for me?
I don't know. I got to think about that. You've made me
Lana,
really upset.
Lana.
You've done nothing.
Lana,
I was there for you.
Lana.
When your dad was sick, I listened to you. When you wouldn't talk to me, you would talk to Clark more than me.
You make me want to la in the middle of the car. I'll be a Frenchman.
You didn't listen to me.
Wait for me.
I don't know. I gotta think about it. God.
All right, we're at Lexus. Clark, everything's just going off the rails in this episode of Smallville. We are telling it exactly how it happened. This is exactly how it happened.
Word for word.
So we're like at Lex's. Clark visits Lex, and he's just looking around. Lex isn't there. He walks over to the table. Oh, what's that?
Oh. Oh my God.
Oh, wow. What? Oh. It's a disc. Then Lex walks
Wow.
Lex walks in.
It's a hexagon.
And apologizes for missing Clark's messages.
This is a
he's been
fancy.
busy.
This is a fancy paperweight, Lex.
Clark asks, "What is this?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I don't know. It's something, man." And puts it away. And Clark asks, "What happened, Lex?" And Lex explains. He said, "My dad. He told everybody that I screwed up and that's why the plant is closing."
He
and
just
of course,
wants me to go to Metropolis.
the ongoing theory is that either I did it on purpose so I would be sent back to Metropolis, or that I was incompetent enough and ran it into the ground because I sucked. And Clark's like, "Well, you know the truth. It's your dad. So just tell him the truth." And he says, "Well, then I'm stuck with the incompetence rap. And being evil is the lesser of two evils," or something. He says something like that. And then Clark leaves.
Yep.
Without asking for a limo.
Yep. Well, he realizes that Lex has got too much.
A lot of shit going on. So we're at the Torch. Chloe's working on the paper because she can't be depressed with her dad. She explains that, Clark walks in and she explains that they may be moving back to Metropolis.
What?
Yeah, she says, "My daddy's thinking about going back to Motown, Philly.
M-Town?
Metropolis." And she's like, "Oh, you'll forget all about me, won't you, Clark?" And he says, Chloe, I'd never forget about you, Chloe.
Chloe. I won't forget about you, Chloe.
Stop. And then he hugs her. I think he kisses her on the forehead and "You'll always be my little sister, Chloe." And then he leaves. And so now we're at the Talon, and Clark walks up to Lana, and Lana's like, "Hey." Oh, wow. That was delayed.
Sorry.
And Clark tells Lana about Chloe maybe leaving, and then Lana says, "Yeah, well, Clark, Whitney just enlisted in the
Marines. He's leaving on Saturday."
Clark's like, "This is heavy." And Lana's like, "Man, it's weird that Chloe's gonna be out of your life and
Whitney's gonna be out of mine.
Mine.
And he's also asked me to wait for him.
I wonder what we should do.
Let's go make out in the broom closet."
So now we're back at Lex's. Lex has a meeting with the senior management about a possible employee buyout. They're like, "Well, what the hell you want us to do, Lex? Mortgage our houses?"
Yes.
He says, "I've got 90% of the funds. I just need you all to cover the other 10. Men build their own destiny. As Billy Zane once said, men make their own luck."
And you all will own the factory.
That's right. Employee owned. Think about it. So now we're back at the Kemp farm, and Clark is just upset, and he's just drilling some poles into the ground. He's just boom, and he wipes away the sweat, and he's like, "I'm done." He gets in the truck, turns it on, and oh Jesus! All right, and then Clark kicks open. Okay. Clark kicks open the truck door. He gets out. He's on fire.
This boy is on fire.
Nice. Good job. I hate how much I've rubbed off on you. It's like, remember originally in the first episode,
I used to fight you on it.
Trying to keep everything in line, and now you're throwing in musical references and stuff. Look at that. I've overtaken you like Eddie and Venom. Eddie. So anyway, Clark's on fire. And then we zoom out from a thing. Oh, well, Clark also rips off his shirt and just bam, all those abs. He's like, check out my abs. Look how jacked I am. I'm 14 years old. I'm a 14-year-old boy.
Stuck in a 24-year-old's body. I
don't even have body hair yet. I'm 14 years old, and this is what I look like. Just wait till I hit puberty, mister. So Nixon's there. What? He's been filming the whole thing on his Sony Handycam with the magical zoom, the same zoom from Metamorphosis. He apparently stole Bug Guy's camera. Has been using it because I mean it was just perfect shot and everything.
Just like how it went straight through Lana's tree, you know.
Jesus. And so we go to commercial break, and then we come back.
Cheesy blasters
into the gap. So now we're back at the Kent's house. Jonathan is like, shit, Clark, I'm sorry. It's the gas fumes and the fertilizer. They must have mixed. That's how you make a bomb, Clark. Did you know that? I know how to make bombs using just farm equipment here.
Hey, Dad, are you in something else I don't know about?
Listen, Clark, you don't know what the hell I've seen.
Why are you taking offense every time I ask a simple question?
Clark, listen.
You listen,
you don't
Dad.
know what it's like.
You're such a piece of crap.
Pot when it was raining.
You know?
We had to hoe the ground.
You know
we
what?
made the water go down to the other.
I know about this stupid story, Dad. Did you know I could take my hands and rip your head off right now?
I love you, son.
You better.
I love you.
God.
You make me proud.
And let Mom fix these damn pies. God. Leave her alone.
I'm sorry.
Stop drinking.
I've been so sad ever since. The horses. But I've been healed. I no longer have to talk about these screaming horses ever again.
You lie. You lie.
So then Clark mentions he's unharmed. And Martha's like, well, maybe
I don't have any bruises this
stronger.
time.
Yeah, maybe you get stronger as you get older. And they're all like, oh, well, maybe I don't know.
Bum, bum, bum.
So now we're at Lex's, and Lionel comes walking in. And he's surprised that Lex isn't packing. Lex admits,
Come on, my boy. Pack up. Go back to Metropolis with me.
Pack up, my boy.
Son.
We're going to Metro.
You're my son.
Metropolis. We're going.
Sounds
And
like a
Lex
Sonic
admits he's
level.
forcing a board vote on a buyout. And Lionel says, oh, yeah, you're going to force you. Bet you're getting all your employees to get mortgages,
You're using your
aren't
mother's
ya?
shares?
No, he doesn't know that yet.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I bet
later,
you're
my
getting
bad.
all your employees to sell their mortgages, right? And Lex is like, they'll do what they have to. And Lionel's like, well, guess what, bitch? I bought the fucking bank, you sack of shit.
Smallville?
If you're going to play me, son, you're going to have to take your game to a whole nother level. A level 33.1, perhaps. That's a future thing. Foreshadowing. And then Lex is like, son of a bitch. That's
You
it.
always have to be in my way, Dad.
So we go to school. Clark is there. He runs in and tells Chloe about, he's like, Chloe, something's come up. And Chloe's like, no, Clark, no, I want to go to the dance with you. And Clark's like, no, we can go to the dance. It just, we can't take my truck. It
went up in flames.
Literally.
Farming
"What?"
accident.
And she's like, oh man, Clark, I was scared. I'm so scared that you're going to forget about me and just rush off to Lana as soon as Whitney's bus leaves. I'm just afraid that you're going to do that. And Clark
Maybe I
says,
will.
Chloe, I'm going with you to the dance because I want to go with you to the dance, not by second choice, but because I want to be with you. You're not my backup, Chloe.
Such a teenager thing.
He's wrong. It's because he couldn't go with Lana. We all know this.
We
to
all
be true.
know.
And then Clark kisses Chloe, and just at the right time, Lana walks by.
Lana.
I will remember you.
Oh, they're together.
So now we're
And
at the
I
town.
don't have anybody.
Clark walks out. He's got his 2 jugs of milk. He's double fisting, right? He's like, if I'm gonna dance with Chloe, I better milk up. And then, oh, what?
God, do they fart?
Hello, Clark. I'm Roger Nixon.
How do you know my name? I've never met you before.
Clark, I've been watching you very close.
Huh?
And I need you to know that I want to write a story about you, Clark.
About what?
I saw you survive the explosion, my boy. And I need you to make me rich because I am
don't
not
know
a
what
crook.
you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking
And
about.
then, what happens? Oh, hey, Lex. I don't believe I know who you are. And he's like, oh, yeah, it's me, Roger Nixon.
Oh, from that tabloid. Oh.
Yeah, smell you later, asshole. And he leaves, right? And then Lex
Clark.
is like, Clark.
Don't talk to him. He's a piece of crap.
Clarky.
He says he wants to write a story about me.
He said he wants to write a story about me, mister. I'm only 14 years old. And then he's like, you better avoid Nixon. And Clark's like, you're goddamn right, I will. You got cheesy blasters. 360 spins out of there. Right, he's gone.
I want cheesy blasters right now.
We can make some.
Okay.
First, you take a hot dog, cover it with pizza, shove it in a deep fry. I forget. There's a whole thing. And so now we're back at the Kents. And Clark tells Jonathan and Martha all about President Nixon. Clark insists he's been so careful ever since Phelan, a reference to Sam Phelan, who witnessed Clark's powers in the episode entitled Rogue. They say, you know what, Clark, just lay low. And then Clark, you can tell that there's just something off. Like there's more to it, right? And Jonathan's like, well, Clark, what else do you got going on up in that head of yours, my boy? And Clark's like, well, you know, I think Lex has a piece of the ship. And Jonathan's like, that son of a bitch, I should have known.
I think I could get it, though, Dad.
You don't think, do you, Clark?
Dad, do you remember my threat?
I love you. I'm sorry. I'm back. I'm fine. Sorry. I slipped into old man Whitey.
You better sober up.
Turns out, what? Oh, no. Guys, it's me, Jonathan. My evil twin has been here this whole year.
You've been body snatched this whole entire time, bro?
He's been here this whole year. That's why he's been such a dickhead.
Can I throw him in outer space, Dad?
Yes.
Real Dad?
Yes, because I am real Jonathan. I will no longer be an asshole. I don't even know what a screaming horse even is.
Wait, you just mentioned it.
No,
he knows about them. He knows about them.
No. I heard him talking. I've been in the cellar this whole time. He would feed me corn at night.
Okay.
But I'm back. And
we'll put the evil Jonathan in the cellar.
Evil drunk Jonathan is gone.
Okay.
So everybody, he's gone.
Team Rocket blasting off again.
We'll never mention him. We're just going to move on. And I have all of his memories. Except the horse. Like, I'm a good guy. But, like,
you just
if I reference
there's
anything.
So many things, Dad.
Listen, I'm Jonathan Kent. If I reference anything that happened this season, it's because evil Jonathan Kent told me exactly how it happened. Okay? We all on the same page?
I don't know. I don't trust you.
No, you can trust me because we're dropping this plot line. So we're just moving on. Drunk Jonathan Kent is no longer a thing.
I believe your Dad.
All right.
Clean slate.
Now, Clark, I'm worried about you, son. You said Lex has a thing?
Yeah. He's got the thing, Dad, for the spaceship.
Fucking piece of shit.
Whoa, hey, whoa. Do y'all share the same anger issues?
No, I'm really hungry, guys. I'm sorry. I've been eating corn.
Hey, Mom, give him that apple pie you finally finished.
Oh, Martha. This is so good.
She's mad.
I got nothing.
You better be a better lover than your evil twin brother.
You slept with him?
Well.
And then it turns out we pan out what Roger Nixon's been listening to the whole conversation. There was an evil Jonathan Kent this whole time. So now we go to Lex's, right? And Nixon is there all by himself. Somebody let Nixon in. He walks over to Lex's desk.
Yeah.
He's got got the octagonal disc. That's right. What does he do? He palms it, puts it in his pocket. And Lex is like, God damn it, Nixon. I don't have time for this shit.
You're supposed to leave the Kents alone, Nixon.
You have no idea what I'm capable of.
I'm not a Kreuk.
That's what he says. He's like, well, Lex, when I find out everything that I need, you'll be begging me to be a part of the story. I don't need you anymore, Lex. And he leaves.
Maybe I'll tell your dad.
And then now we're in Clark's barn. And Clark is getting ready for the dance. And then in walks, what? I'm done. I'm not going to do that.
Oh my God.
In walks Lex, right? And he says, see my tie? Tie my tie. And so Lex comes over and starts tying the tie for Clark. And he's like, I bet I've tied more of these than your old mom has, bitch. And Clark's like, yeah, I guess you're right, Lex. Hey, have you figured out what you're going to do about the crap factory? And Lex is like, yeah.
I've got it under control.
I've got it under advisement, Clark. All right, don't worry about it. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. Okay, Clark? And he's like, I'm 14. And then Lex tells Clark that no matter what happens in the next few days, that they will always be friends. Foreshadowing. Is it because Lex is going away, or is it because Lex knows that Roger knows something about Clark? That's why I never can trust a Luthor. So now we're back at the school. Whitney is looking at things as he gets ready to leave.
Oh, my whole life is in this trophy case.
He's like, I remember that bathroom stall. I took a dump there one time.
I made out with a girl in that bathroom stall.
You did what?
We just broke up.
You sack of shit.
Lana, all these trophies are so important to me.
Lana, can we go to the gym, Lana?
Let's go to the gym.
Let's take one last look at the gym, Lana.
And I'm like sitting there thinking, me as a person watching this, I'm like, going to the freaking gym? Like, you piece of crap.
What do you mean?
Like, what? I was like, you're going to spend your last minutes trying to make out with your girlfriend in the gym? That's where my brain went.
Like, where's his family? Like, we know his dad's dead.
Yeah, that we
where's
question.
His mom? Where's his siblings? Like,
does he have siblings? Does he have any aunts or uncles, cousins?
I think we saw some of them at when he played with the Sharks. Right?
Yeah,
like there was other people there besides his dad.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. And so they go in there. When he pops open the CD player, puts in some sweet, sweet Lifehouse. 'Cause you're all I want. You're all I need. You're everything. Everything. YouTube it, guys. I'm telling you. Just YouTube, Lifehouse, youth group. Something.
Play.
Yeah, there's 80,000 of those. Just do it. It's awful. It's going to make you throw up. And so then, they talk, and then Whitney's like, Lana, have you thought about what I asked? And Lana's like, I just shut up and dance with me.
Just dance.
Shut up and dance with me. So now we're at the Kents.
Yeah.
Chloe comes pulling around, picks up Clark in her pink dress, which apparently Ryan James' prediction in Stray about Chloe's pink formal dress proved to be true. So we're going to see, we're tying up all these loose ends, everybody. You can tell this is a season finale.
Is it too pink?
And Clark says, I like pink. I like it a lot. That's a Superman movie reference. You'll see. We'll get there. So then they talk about, man, it's just so goddamn windy out here. Am I right? This is crazy.
Yeah.
Let's get in the car and get the hell out of here.
Let's get out of here.
Chloe, I'm 14 years old.
Hello, where's Martha?
Where's Martha with the camera? Where's Jonathan with the camera?
She wouldn't miss this for the world.
Nah, that's crazy. And so now we're at the school. Clark and Chloe arrive. They run into Lana and Whitney, and Pee wants a picture.
He wants to make sure this not actually happened.
That's right, because he's there with somebody.
Yeah, like the hottest chick in Smallville High, apparently.
And so Whitney's like, "Hey, Lana, can I talk to Clark alone?" And Lana's like, "Yeah,
I guess.
Okay, whatever. I'll go get the truck."
Weird.
And he's like, Clark.
Yeah.
Look at us. Who would have thought? Yeah. What a wild, strange ride it's been, my friend.
Yeah,
when we started off this year, I tried to crucify you.
I know.
Like goddamn Jesus Christ of Nazareth, And now you're my best friend.
And I forgive you for that. Why?
Just like Jesus.
I knew he was going to say that. Why? I want to say I'm really proud of you
Aw.
for going and doing this and serving our country.
Well,
Thank you.
I appreciate that, Clark. Now here's what I need you to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna be gone.
Yeah.
I need you to look after Lana for me. I trust you, Kent. I trust you. You won't bone her. You ain't gonna bone her, are you? Are you gonna bone her?
No.
You better not bone Lana.
I promise.
Why are your fingers crossed?
Oh, sorry. It's a tick. I'm sorry.
Okay. You ain't gonna bone her, are you?
No.
All right. I love you, man.
I love you too. With
I'll
my
catch you
fingers
on
crossed.
the flip side. You got cheesy blaster.
Wait, the truck's right there, man. Why are you blasting off?
No, he just says that and walks off. He hasn't learned how to blast off like everybody else. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so he gets in the truck and then Lana scooches over because apparently, goddamn, Lana ain't allowed to drive a truck when the fucking man's in the car. Stupid shit. God. And so Lana just lovingly looks over to Clark and then Clark looks at Lana and then she drives off or something. I don't know.
And Chloe's like, what was that all about?
And Clark's like, oh, just guy stuff. Wink, wink. Boning.
About boning.
We're just talking about boners. They leave. Clark looks at Lana and Clark and Chloe enter the dance. And then we arrive at the bus stop. Lana's like, well, I'll see you later, Whitney. Get the hell out of here.
I want you on my life so I can date other boys. Let's
Whitney
go.
starts walking away. He's starting to get on the bus. And Lana's like, no, Whitney. Runs over there.
Change my mind. I love you.
Here, take this. It gives him her kryptonite necklace.
Yeah,
which is
from
just
the
meteor
meteor
rock.
that killed her parents.
And then and Lana's like, don't forget it this time. And Whitney's like, I won't forget it this time. I won't lose it this time.
Has never told her the truth about what really happened to it in the first place. Piece of crap.
Think about it. Lana kisses Whitney goodbye, and he leaves the show forever. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Whitney Fordman's last appearance on Smallville.
Goodbye, bye.
I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. We live for the memories. So now we're at the Kent's house. And,
Good riddance, bye.
And Nixon's there, and he enters the storm cellar and finds the keyhole. And Martha and Jonathan are finding shelter from the storm, and they find Roger in the cellar. And Roger's like, oh, I'm going to be rich, bitch. And Jonathan says, not if I got anything to do with it. Kapow! Punches him right in the fucking dick, man.
Jonathan!
Punches his fucking dick off, man.
Jonathan, you said
He reached in and he rips his fucking dick off. He is so angry.
Jonathan!
And then
I thought you was back to being good.
And then the key starts floating up or whatever, and
the
it's
spaceship
spinning
starts
around.
glowing.
No, not yet. And then
Sorry.
Roger's like, oh, we gotta get out of here. And he takes off running. And Martha's like, Jonathan, no. And Jonathan's like, he knows all the secrets, Martha. I won't let him tear this family apart. And he takes off running. Martha turns around, and what? The key had gone into the spaceship, and the spaceship started floating and glowing. And then it opened up, and a white light glows, and it glows all around Martha. And we got away. So now we're at the dance. What?
No.
We're at the dance, and everybody's favorite band is there.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Remy Zero has entered the building for their one and only appearance. Clark walks over, and he's like, oh, Pee-Pee, I love this song. And Pee-Pee's like, yeah, they're great. Remy Zero!
Yeah, like they could hear you from all the way up there, Pee-Pee.
And then they stop playing, but they start playing a different song. And it's a slow song. And Pete's like, oh, Clark, this is Chloe's favorite song. You should go dance with her.
You wonder why I requested it.
I'm 14. And Clark dances with Chloe, and they're dancing, right? They're just dancing. And Clark tells Chloe that he requested the song because he knows it's her favorite. And while they're dancing, we cut over to Lana, and she's driving and crying, and it's really windy. And then a goddamn mailbox hits her truck and just goes right through the fucking windshield, and she crashes into a ditch. And then just lays on the horn. We cut to commercial. We cut back. She wakes up. She's like, what? Hello? Ma? Dad? And she opens the truck. She looks over. Goddamn 3 tornadoes just sitting there. Just like, hey, bitch. It's about to get fucking windy, bitch.
That sounds awful. All right.
It's the suck zone. And then we get back to Clark and Chloe. They're still just dancing. And then Clark looks lovingly into Chloe's eyes, and Chloe looks lovingly into Clark's eyes. And they land in, and they're about to kiss. And what? Oh, the principal, the assistant principal comes in.
Everybody find safety. There's tornadoes heading down this way, but they shouldn't hit us.
They're south of town, but everything's going to be okay.
But everybody needs to find safety right now.
And Clark says, but that's south of town. That's where Lana is.
That's where the bus stop's at.
And Chloe's like,
I'll call her.
I'll
call her. I'll call her on my cell phone right now.
And she's like, well, before all that, Chloe said she was really worried that Clark was going to run off, and that he really came through. And so then all of that happens. And Clark knows that that's where Lana was, and Chloe was like, she'll call Lana. And then she's like, okay, wait, Clark, there's something else I was going to tell you. She turns around. He's already gone. Clark's already gone. So now we're at Lex's house. Lex realizes that Key is missing, and he blames Roger. He just starts slamming books. Of course, the wind was just blowing around, right? Because shit's getting real, everybody, all right? Because here in Smallville, when it rains, it fucking pours. So you better buckle up, because this shit's gonna get real, all right? So in walks Lionel. And they start arguing, and Lionel's like, I should have never had you, son. I should have
wrote you out of the will.
I should have slipped on a raincoat, if you know what I'm saying, Lex. And Lex is like, I wish I'd never been born, Dad. You're not even my real dad. And he's like, yes, I am. Lex is like, I know, but figuratively speaking, you weren't like a father to me, so you're not like a real dad. And Lionel's like, I understand what you're saying, Lex, but we're talking about actual facts and not figuratively. And then, the windows shatter, right? And glass just goes flying. And Lionel's like, holy fuck, what's happening? And then, a bookshelf falls over. And Lionel's pinned under the bookshelf. And he's like, oh, fuck, I'm under this bookshelf. And then Lex is also under a bookshelf, but he easily gets out of it. But yet he's still bleeding down the side of his face like he's goddamn Kratos or something. And Lionel's like, hey, Lex, help me, son. Because there's another beam, and it's cracked, and it's going to stab Lionel in the fucking face, and he's going to die.
Why should I
and he's
save
like,
you?
Son, help me, son, help me. And Lex is like,
no.
He just stares at him. He's like, this could save everything if I would just
solve
her. And how ironic that Lionel would sing Remy Zero's hit, Somebody Save Me. We cut away. We're back at the tornadoes. Clark arrives, and he sees Lana in her truck. And then he's like, Lana. And Lana sees Clark. And she's like, Clark, help. And then slowly she gets pulled into the tornado, and the truck just spins away. And Clark's like, no, Lana. And he takes off running, runs into the tornado, and to be continued. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Tempest, the 21st episode of Smallville, season 1, the season 1 finale, everybody. We have made it. Can you believe it? Maggie, what did you think about Tempest?
It was intense. Lots of things happening.
I was trying to up the intensity there at the end to kind of match how it felt in the show. Like, obviously, I could have been a lot calmer. Yeah. But I was really trying to, be like, this is what it felt like in the show. Yeah. I thought it was really good. Mm-hmm. It was cool how much stuff they really did call back to in the earlier in the season. Yeah. All the different, not even just like tying up loose ends, but just references, and like this episode felt like they had actually built like a universe. Like there was things that, like, if you had been watching the show, you were picking up on. So it was kind of paying off the longtime viewers.
Yeah.
All right. And I've talked about this before, but season 2, I feel like starts off at this level and just keeps going. So like, I feel like season 1 had some hits and misses. And don't get me wrong, all the seasons have hit and misses.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like season 2 takes the show in a place that, to me, I'm more happy with. Just because it kind of starts delving a little bit, just very slightly, a little bit into Clark's history with like where he comes from and stuff. So,
Yeah.
So I definitely, I think to not have a quote unquote bad guy in this episode, and for it to be one of the strongest ones, like I feel like that really speaks to the quality of this episode.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on like what you suspect to happen in the next episode?
I think Lex saves his daddy.
Okay.
I'm hoping Jonathan gets a hold of Roger Nixon and beats the hell out of his camera.
So just breaks the camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
And threats him not to come back to Smallville ever again.
Okay.
And the spaceship, maybe it finds Clark in the tornado and saves him.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Lana will be okay.
Lana?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
that
she's
in
gonna be
other
okay.
seasons, yeah.
Yep, that's all I got right now.
Okay.
And
I
Chloe will be mad.
Okay. Do you think this splits them up? Like, do you think this like
I
ends their
think so.
friendship?
I think she's gonna be mad at him, but then there's gonna be something he does in season 2 that will win her back.
Okay. So you think like few episodes in they'll kind of reconcile?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Kind of like Cobra Kai.
Because, like, she'll be like, I don't know why you left me at the dance by myself, Clark, blah, 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 just because it's Lana. And he'll say, I made a promise to wah.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I made a promise that I had to protect Lana. That's why I left.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I like it. Well, the good news is, everybody, that we'll find out exactly what happened when we watch season 2, episode 1 of Smallville in 5 weeks. That's right. We got something we're going to talk about here in just a second. So be sure and stick around. So let's go ahead and get into our segments. It's time for the countdown to Billy. 70 weeks until Billy, but that is with a caveat, because we didn't figure on the additional weeks between seasons. I don't know.
Sorry, Billy.
I don't know what's gonna happen between like seasons 2 to 3, and so on and so forth. So this number may change, but as of right now, we are adding an additional 4 weeks. So we're back up to 74 weeks until Billy's here. This has been the countdown to Billy. We started a little too early with that.
Yeah, sorry.
Hey, no worries. All right, it's time to get into the Freak of the Week.
Major funky.
All right. So the Freak of the Week this week, the tornado, a.k.a. the suck zone. Okay, so last week I said if I don't remember, if I didn't remember there was an actual Freak of the Week, that the Freak of the Week I thought it was hilarious, and it is. It's the tornadoes. So the tornadoes are the Freak of the Week this week.
Okay.
So to remind everybody, of course, number 1, Ryan. Number 2, Superboy. Number 3, Jitters. Number 4, Seth Cohen. Number 5, Nicodemus. Number 6, Cassandra and Harry Lloyd. Number 7, Lana. Number 8, Coach. Number 9, Phelan 360. Number 10, The Prestige. Number 11, Bob and Kyle. Number 12, Lana. Number 13, Reaper. Number 14, Jody Melville. Number 15, TTAFFS. Number 16, Rose Cream. Number 17, Heat Second Horn Dog. Number 18, Beads. Number 19, Freakazoid. And number 20, Bug Boy. It always makes me laugh. So, the 21st Freak of the Week for season 1. Maggie, where do you feel the tornadoes? Okay, before you answer,
Yeah.
I want to say I feel like they did a great job this episode of building to the tornadoes.
Yeah.
Like from the very first,
Yeah.
like it's cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Like the wind is slowly picking up. Like, and it always is playing a part. Like the weather is always felt throughout the episode, especially once you know that that's what it's building to. It definitely feels like there's even stuff I forget who says it, but like how quick the weather can change in Smallville. Like I think Lionel or Lex says it at the beginning. And I just feel like it's definitely I'm putting on my critic hat way too much in this next statement, but I feel like it represents the turmoil that all of the characters are going through.
Yeah.
Right. And like, I think that the characters, the world that we've built up in season 1 needs this event to kind of tear away some of the things that are holding the characters back. Mm-hmm. And that this will bridge us into season 2 where the characters become more like who they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So whereas, this season was a lot about, Whitney and Lana and, high school stuff. Like, I feel like this really matures everybody and kind of gets us into a more, a deeper show. I think season 2 just becomes more of what we know as Smallville. I think season 2 really picks it up, and that's because of these tornadoes. So I feel like being funny, obviously, that the tornadoes are the freak of the week, but legitimately, I do feel like their role in the series is actually a lot more important than almost anybody on this list. Like, I really feel like what their impact is going forward, which obviously you don't know that yet, but I just, as somebody who's watched the series before, I feel like they do matter as much as you think they do.
Okay.
So where are you thinking? All that being said.
Number 4.
Number 4. So you're saying above Seth Cohen,
yep,
but below Jitters.
Yep.
Yeah. I think I agree with that. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's perfect. Actually, I have no comments. I think he nailed it. Absolutely. The new number 4, ladies and gentlemen, is the tornadoes.
Suck zone.
We can get into the suck zone. All right, Maggie, you want to read off the list? You don't have to. I mean, I can.
I was clearing my throat.
Okay, do it.
God.
Do it, Kermit.
Here is our new current ranking. We have number 1, Ryan. Number 2, Superboy. Number 3, Jitters. Number 4, The Suck Zone. Number 5, Seth Cohen. Number 6, Nicodemus. Number 7, Cassandra and Harry Lloyd. Number 8, Lana. Number 9, Coach. Number 10, Phelan 360. Number 11, The Prestige. Number 12, Bob and Kyle. Number 13, Flana. Number 14, Reaper. Number 15, Jody Melville. Number 16, TTAFFS. Number 17, Rose Cream. Number 18, Heat Sucking Horn Dog. Number 19, Beads. Number 20, Freakazoid. And number 21, Bug Boy.
Absolutely, Bug Boy. It had to be Bug Boy. Bug Boy was always going to be number 21. We may do... we haven't decided yet for season 2 if we're going to continue this list or if we will say this is the list for season 1 and then start a season 2 list.
I'd say start a new list.
Yeah, because it's going to get ridiculous.
Gonna get too much.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we should do it on season by season. All right, this has been the Freak of the Week. Now let's get into No Flats, No Tights. Did they break the rule this week? Maggie Bear, did they break the rule this week?
No. No.
I mean, I don't know.
We get Clark in a suit, but it's not tights.
We did. No, that counts.
No, it doesn't.
No, you just said it. That counts.
No, I didn't say
He's in a
tights.
suit. He's in a suit. No flats, no tights. The tights is a representative.
No,
it's just supposed to rhyme. It's just supposed to rhyme. And it's red. No, I think he went black.
No, he went black because Lana said that and he didn't want to do with Lana what Lana did.
Damn it. That's right. Okay. But you don't think he flew?
No, the tornado took him.
That's true. But I mean, technically he was off the ground.
The tornado did it, Matt.
I mean, if a house was picked up by a tornado, would you not say that the house flew?
I'd say the tornado picked it up.
All right. You win this round, Sherbatsky. But I have yet to begun to find. All right. So now let's get into DCU references, part of a bigger world. You just don't know it yet.
You become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it.
All right. A tempest is a violent storm. The title literally refers to the storm that hit Smallville, but metaphorically refers to the various major events that occurred during the episode. Lana remarks Clark looks good in red. Lana Lang makes a remark about Whitney getting in uniform and saving the world. This can be a reference to the actual Superman.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's it.
The Talon makes Remy Zero!
Hey, I like these guys. Yeah. Remy Zero!
That was actually from this episode. We've been building that up. This whole
And he
season.
laughed so hard when he watched
I
it.
did, man. Let me tell you, when PP yells out Remy Zero, that was a moment. All right. If that had existed now, it would have been the biggest meme of the year. All right. You would have thought Ellen took a selfie. Oh my God. All right. All right. So, what do I have to do by stabbing westward? Played when Lex is standing on the helipad and Lionel is making a speech to the plant workers. So this is going to include when I played them, or when they played them. Not when I played them, obviously. What We've Been Through by Paul Trudeau. Played when Clark tries to decide whether to go to the formal wearing a red or black tie. Where This Love Goes by Sherry Youngwood. Played when Chloe announces she may be moving back to Metropolis. Breathe by Greenwill. Played when Clark gets in his truck and blows up once he turns the key. It only hurts when I'm breathing. I'm alright, I'm alright. It only hurts when I'm breathing. And you gotta live with me. That's a good song. Let's Go by Gigolo.
Gigolo.
Is it Gigolo? That's not how you spell Gigolo. Gigolo. Like there's no gigolo. Like
Gigolo. But G can also say ja.
I know. I just feel like it shouldn't be Golo. Like gigolo. Gigolo wants. Played when Clark assures Chloe he asked her out because he wanted to, not by default. Everything by Lifehouse. Played when Lana and Whitney have their last dance together in the decked out gym. Save Me by Remy Zero, performed live at the Spring Formal by the actual band. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Save Me officially played during an episode of Smallville for the first and only time.
It is.
Is it Gigolo? All right, that's how you spell Gigolo.
It is
There
Gigolo.
It is. Perfect Memory, I Will Remember You by Remy Zero. Played at the end when Clark and Chloe almost kiss, but he runs out to find Lana, who is stuck in her truck being chased by 3 twisters. Etienne, a twister. Next time on Smallville, episode 22, special features. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So we've been teasing this for the past couple of weeks. We may have actually mentioned it. I don't remember. But what we're going to do, in order to kind of play this out a little bit better, we don't want to just immediately go into season 2. We kind of want to let it breathe, let the season finale have the impact that it would have when it first aired. And so we're going to give it just a couple of weeks, and then we're going to do season 2. So what we've decided to do to fill this in the month of September, there are actually 4 Wednesdays, which is when Going Back to Smallville comes out. And what we're going to be doing is going to be a special event for the entire month of September. We are calling it Souptember. That's right. So it's September, but with a U instead of an E. And that's right, September. The first E, obviously. Like super. Okay, you get it. And what we're going to do, of course, the episodes, first episode of the month, so the next episode, is going to be all about the special features from the season 1 box set. Possibly the Blu-ray. We do have the Blu-ray. I'm not sure if there's a big difference. So if you have the DVD or Blu-ray, if you want to check those out, feel free. That way you can kind of catch up with us. But we'll also kind of be covering what, anything important that's in there. A lot of our segments probably won't have a place during this. since we're talking about special features. But I know there's a couple of commentary tracks, some deleted scenes. So we're just going to kind of look at that and kind of review the season 1 box set. Maybe a little bit of a shorter episode. And then for episodes 23 and 24, the next 2 episodes, we're actually doing a 2-part event. In order for us to be able to fully appreciate Smallville in all of its glory. Of course, season 2, we get a little bit more, as I've mentioned, a little more looks into the history of Clark and of, the Superman mythos and stuff. And so to better prepare for that, we will be actually doing Superman the movie. We're going to watch the movie. We're going to do it in 2 parts since it's a 2.5 hour long movie. And we're going to talk about the first part next, the week after the bonus features. And then we're going to talk about the second part the week after that. And we'll probably do our whatever different things we can do, the different DC references, I guess, without being too ridiculous. But yeah, so we're going to be doing Superman the movie. We may have it better plotted out of like when we're going to stop if you do want to watch halfway. But I think what we're planning on doing is just watching the whole movie and then talking about it in 2 parts.
Yeah.
I don't think we're actually going to stop like watching the movie and then going back to it. Unless we have other things to do, obviously. And then finally, for the 4th episode of September, the final episode before season 2 kicks off, we will be doing our season 1 in review. We are going to go in and talk about all of the different things. We're going to possibly rank the writers, the directors, guest stars, not even just ranking it, but just talking about it. What did they set up? Who, what things led to different things, and just season 1 as a whole, what we thought about it. It'll be a lot like our reviews that we do over on the Hopefully Awesome show. And like I said, throughout all that, we have a special event that we're doing. Of course, it wouldn't be special if it was just 4 random episodes of Going Back to Smallville. So we got a little fun thing that we're announcing to you guys today, starting tomorrow. If you're listening to this the day it comes out, starting on Thursday, I want to say August 31st, because Friday's the 1st, right?
I believe.
Or is Thursday the 1st?
Thursday's the 1st.
All right. So starting September 1st, over at twitter.com/hopefullyawesome, at hopefullyawesome on Twitter, we are going to do the first ever, I was going to say annual, but it's not an annual.
Yeah.
The first ever tournament to decide what the best episode of Smallville season 1 is. So the way we're going to be doing this, we're going to have different votes going up so that you'll be able to decide between 2 which ones you want to vote for. Visual watchers, whatever. I'm going to show just a little idea. We've got this little bracket that we've got, and then it's set into 2 different sides because there are 21 episodes, so it's fun. So the first round is going to be a little bit different from the rest of the rounds because some of the episodes will have to go against new contenders within the first round. You'll see when you're looking at this, we have the actual tournament bracket up at patreon.com/hopefullyawesome. You don't have to be a patron. You can just download this PDF for free. And if you want to play along, that'd be great. You can tweet out who you think will win, who you think will take it home. That'll be fun. And so the first day on Thursday, there'll be 24 hours. You'll be able to vote on all of those. Then the ones that have to build off of that, you'll see that there's kind of 2 brackets already filled in. Those will be voted on Friday. And then going forward, each week when we do this episode of Going Back to Smallville, we'll recap who won that tournament, where the bracket stands and where it's going to be going in the following week. And then the next Thursday and Friday for 48 hours, you'll be able to vote on those. And that'll continue all the way up until the end of the month when, during our season 1 review, we'll announce who the winner was. So, you can do that. We haven't decided. I want to say Twitter is going to be the only place. There may be some ways that you could play along on TikTok or Instagram, but really Twitter is going to be where the polls are. But we want to get some interaction with this. So we're hoping that it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah. Obviously, me and Maggie are excited to kind of fill out our bracket. We're going to do that next week as kind of a precursor to all this and decide like who we think will win. And feel free to yell like who you want to win, right? Like who you think's going to take it home. Feel free to get on social media, tweet at us. You can stitch the Twitter, the TikTok videos that we have, and be able to interact with all of this. And for the final episode, we're going to be talking about this more throughout the month of September. But we also want to get your all's feedback.
Yeah.
Not just about this tournament bracket, but we also want to hear your thoughts on season 1. So you can either, tweet at us. You can just leave regular comments. You can use the audio. We'll play your audio on the podcast. If you want to send us a video, you can do that. If you want to stitch us on TikTok, you can do that. You can send us things on Instagram, however that works. But yeah, video, audio, we'd love to be able to actually play it for people. But obviously, if you'd rather just, send us your remarks about Smallville season 1 or Superman in general, then just tweet it at us. You can, tweet it at me and Maggie or at Hopefully Awesome is probably the easiest way to get it. And you can use the hashtag Souptimber if you'd like to. We're not trying to get it trending or anything. So, but feel free. Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. I mean, hopefully it'll go well. But if not, me and Maggie will have fun doing this bracket anyway. So either way, it's going to be fun. Yeah, but share it around. We'd love to get anybody, even if they've not listened to Going Back to Smallville, if you know somebody that's watched season 1 and you think they would enjoy trying to pick out which episode was the best, send them the bracket. Let them fill it out. Like, have them share it around.
Yeah.
Send it to us. Whatever you want to do. And last but not least, the final big surprise we have over on patreon.com each month, we do a special movie commentary for every patron at the $1 level. So in September, we're going to do Scooby-Doo, of course, that we've talked about. That should be coming out tomorrow, again, if it's the first. But as a special treat for September, we will be doing an additional movie commentary for the month of September. So you're going to get 2 for $1 this month. And we're going to be doing that for Superman the movie. So not only are you going to get 2 episodes from Going Back to Smallville where we recap it and do it in our funny little way, but you can also listen to our commentary track as we watch Superman the movie. So it's going to be fun. Superman, without getting too deep into it, has always meant a lot to me in my life. I grew up with it. My dad was a huge Superman fan. And so this is just going to be a fun way to kind of to celebrate the history of Superman, to celebrate the fact that we made it through season 1 of Smallville, and to kind of maybe push us forward into the next few seasons. We're going to have special videos up over at youtube.com/hopefullyawesome as well. We're going to react to some different trailers, possibly the original season 1 trailer for Smallville, possibly the season 2 trailer. I haven't decided if we want to do that yet. I think it's only 30 seconds, so it might not be worth it. So make sure you're subscribed over there. Make sure you're checking out Twitter. That's going to be the main hub where you can find all of this stuff. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing. That's my whole spiel. I need to figure out a way to sum that up a little bit better for the TikTok. But I hope you all enjoy it. This has been a lot of fun this season. There's a few times in season 1 that I feel like we could have given up. But I'm glad we stuck with it. I'm glad that, this show, it's really been a lot of fun doing this with you guys. So we hope you all have had fun too. Can't wait to hear what you thought about season 1 as a whole. You have the whole month of September to get those things to us. So definitely let us know your thoughts. We'll be reminding you each week.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
You can be on the podcast. That'll be fun. We'll get everybody. Who knows? Who knows who will show up?
Billy.
Maybe. We'll see. But, he still has to wait 74 weeks anyway.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. Obviously, that won't reset the clock or anything like that. We're still, that is his big debut. Now, whether or not he's in it before then is irrelevant.
It's going to be interesting. His debut episode. Like, are we just going to FaceTime him?
He could literally be in the episode before, but it would still be, that would be his debut episode. Okay, just so we're all clear. Time is meaningless in this.
Okay.
All right. That's going to wrap it up for us, everybody. Of course, we would greatly appreciate it if you would share this around. Be sure and rate us 5 stars, leave a comment, leave a glowing review. We'd greatly appreciate it. Subscribe. Do all of the things, of course. Thanks.
Maybe next season, I'll get us new Superman shirts.
That'd be fun. I'd actually really like that. And there's a few segments I'd like to maybe spruce up a little bit. So season 2 is going to be fun. I can't wait. We'll talk more about it here in about 4 weeks. But thanks for watching, everybody. And as always,
have a hopefully awesome day.
Bye.